Yeah, there's something about talking in this fashion,
If Africans would
like how we've
share.
been talking,
Yes, Africans keep
has
singing.
much more of a healing
We
effect
can
on my mind than
contribute the warmth we've got
how I go
we'd
about
like to
trying to
share,
think about
but
things now.
we can distribute.
I don't know. There's more opportunities for me to, I think, exercise that. I think in everyday. Sorry, hold on, I'm getting distracted by the chat. I think Edge is just religion and the Bible is the most interesting. Tonality is very difficult to discern.
In Africa.
We've had our problems too. We've had our problems too.
Yeah, you have
With
to.
poverty, corruption, with HIV and crime.
More tonality.
We gave up
That
and they taught us what to
great
do.
story.
And now it's playtime.
Actually, I was thinking about
Now the tables have turned. Now it's Africa.
that. You think of what?
Not nice.
Not that thing. Yeah! I can feel like that's, I think that's just gut shot. I think it's not And it's not necessarily thinking, well, yeah, the thinking is a manifestation of feeling the dissonance between, oh, there's me, I feel this way, and oh, there's that other person over there. And their presence is causing me to feel that. That's a problem.
I think it's
How can I just patch that?
certain constructed patterns of tonalities, which I understand are super like hypnotizing on a lot of people, make me actually do not have that effect on me and make me want to like violently stop those things from making sounds. And
Edge is saying, Audra, can I ask you something?
Audra, please, may I ask you something? Because I have this on my. I can't.
See, I think that probably my tonality is a bit more conducive to.
Oh. How can we do? Don't be afraid, Audra.
That's okay. I don't really feel the urge to strangle robots.
Oh. Well, we wouldn't have any effect on a robot anyway, so.
Or a robot equivalent. That was being general. When I say strangle, I mean a lot of things. I just like that.
Yeah, I think probably. I don't know. I think strangulation would probably be my preferred way of dispatching someone.
You can ask me something, Edge. Just hurry it up because I really don't want to read the chat.
I hope it will be like a.
Do you have a crush on Neff? That's what they ask.
Not that I'm aware of. I only crush things. I've never actually had. I don't actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, she has crushed. She
I
has
like
crushed
the word,
people
but I
before.
have a very different relationship with the word than most people.
I feel like Edge is wanting to be NI master currently. You just want to have some fun. See, yeah. That sounds like a severely personal problem.
What is Neff?
Neff?
Who is
Nefertiti?
Closing the chat now. That you used up your question with a stupid question, so yeah.
You're not being ignored.
But I think I keep getting distracted by chat, so I think we can close it too.
Shut up, Edge.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say.
He's calling me a Neanderthal. Not a Neanderthal, but a Neanderthal. Yeah, I can read. I went to I went to middle school and primary school. I could read in kindergarten, so well, okay, barely, but could some. Ken,
Yep.
what is the? I'm curious about something about with you.
Uh huh.
What's the meanest thing you have ever done to a person?
I don't know. Meanest thing.
That you are allowed to talk about without a lawyer?
Meanest. I don't know. It probably would have been something verbal, but I can't remember any particulars. I've definitely done or said mean things, but nothing's really coming to mind.
Okay, let me just flip the question. What's the most virtuous thing you've done?
So, same answer.
Something with words.
Well, no, it's the particulars aren't coming to mind. Virtuous thing that I've done. So, I don't want to have this conversation primarily because my immediate question is, well, let's define virtue because I don't know what that is, but I don't want to define virtue right now. I don't want to talk about virtue.
Fine.
So,
Fine. I will ask you next time I see you.
okay.
I have this idea, Loki. I think you're like weirdly SI focused. Like you're like an SI ENTP.
He's an ISFJ, just admit it.
Well, we talked about like kind of like focuses and stuff, and you know, I mean, yeah.
Thing is, you always I'm usually here when I've not slept in a while and shit like that. So.
No, just in general. It's a general impression.
But plus, I'm
It kind of annoys me.
I annoy
I
you.
could have
Oh.
been in what it was. Okay, I just it was just a reconciliation of a pattern I've been seeing.
I annoy you. That
The
what you said?
hypothesis on that. No, you're like SI focus annoys me. That particular ass, I'm like, dude, and like, what is that little thing? And so that's my hypothesis, and I'm going to contemplate for a while now.
It's kind of interesting. I imagine I'm drawing a.
It may be an age or development thing. I don't know, but I just notice it, and that's what I decided maybe it is.
See, I just thought about drawing like a pattern from that with the personality types. Like if he's an ENTP that's like focused on SI stuff, that might be an inferior sort of thing. It's like I could see myself, not saying I do this a lot, but I could see like an INFJ being overly focused on people's display of like force or will.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody going to use SE and like them consistently being like, God, why'd you do that? Or like, what are you doing that for? Like, like constantly bringing attention to volition. I don't know. Just a thought.
It's like SINT. I don't know. I'm hypothesizing out loud. My filter turned off a lot. My filter's kind of doesn't work very good after being like this thing. You might have noticed.
It's cool. So it seems to me like in our conversation, you remain engaged fairly well. Because now I'm thinking about like how like my focus isn't on other people a lot. So now I'm trying to think, okay, we just had like a 4-hour conversation. I feel like I got plenty out of it, but it's sort of easy for me to forget that, oh wait, I had that conversation with another person. Like that wasn't just, I didn't just draw that from the ether.
Yeah.
So
I kind of see that. Yeah. I'll admit that I'm not really focused on the other person. I'm aware of it, but I tend to be more I'm probably more focused on like what's going on in my head and what the NETI is talking about, being spurred on by the conversation, the actual external thing of it.
But I think that's kind of
a little bit about it.
I think that's kind of good though, because we managed to have like a 4-hour conversation, and if we were both sort of self-absorbed, it still worked. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would have been a 4-hour conversation otherwise.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps it going.
Right. I like when mutual self-absorption works, because it's like you could be like, oh, that's selfish. It's like, but it's effectively selfish. So you can try to argue with the numbers, but what, do you not like results?
I feel like now we've like resolved and circled all the way back around to where this conversation started.
Really, I can't remember the start. So
we were talking about self-pres, social, instinctual variant.
Yeah. That's actually exactly what was on my mind. I was sort of thinking, I was wondering if there was a correlation in that, because it seemed like during the conversation, because what I just brought up, that was part of it, but then also we were talking about tone and stuff like that. I had thought at several points that are, at least while we're talking with each other, our tonality is similar enough that it's like, I guess it's not only tonality. I don't know, there's other factors that I'm not necessarily conscious of, or rather, I haven't parsed out, that contribute to whether or not a conversation continues for an extended period.
Yeah. There's a pacing and just general. I kind of know what you're getting at.
Did you say you didn't know, or you do know what I'm getting at?
No, I think I know what you're getting at.
Okay. I mean, you seem to handle my NI. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I'm going to label my NI as, instead of diary of a madman, going to call it diarrhea of a madman. Sort of what to label it as, but most of the time I stop my rants every few minutes and I'm like, are you guys okay with talking about this? Do you care? Is this boring?